Every Friday morning at 7 o'clock, we're talking about a big game for Arizona State. They just get bigger every Friday. Here to talk about the biggest one to date against BYU tomorrow. The head coach of the Sun Devils, Kenny Dillingham, checks in for his weekly visit here on Bickley Marotta mornings. Kenny, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good. The enormity of this game is off the charts, and I know earlier in the week you kind of mentioned your team's energy wasn't where it needed to be. Has there been a rebound? How great are you feeling about your team's mindset going into this game tomorrow?
Yeah, I got a lot of confidence in our guys. I think our guys have earned that they go out there and play hard consistently. They go out there and play with passion consistently. So, we just got to understand we got to play our game. We got to play as hard as possible. We got to play smart, tough, take care of the football, and be about the team.
Your messaging has been so good and so on point all year long and pretty much through your entire tenure here. This moment is something else. You've always been a guy that doesn't run from this stuff, that you want to talk about this stuff with your players. What are you messaging to your team this week?
It's all about us. Nothing else matters. Nothing else has ever mattered. We've never talked about a championship here. We've never talked about a win, how many wins we want to have. All we've talked about is just being as successful as possible every single day, maximizing the day, repeat, and then have a lot of fun doing it. Let's work really, really hard every day and enjoy it. That's it. Yeah. And it's just another day to do the exact same thing, to walk in with a smile on your face and to work really hard.
Now, you say you don't talk about it, but individually, when you're rising through the ranks of coaching in college football, obviously you had a plan to become a head coach at a certain point. And when you become the head coach at your alma mater, a place that means so much to you, you may not have talked about it, but how much did you think about being in a situation like this? And does the reality of the timetable meet up with your expectations on this?
Yeah, I've dreamt and, not manifested, but I've thought about that moment of we're playing meaningful games in a sold out crowd, here, like forever. For 10 years, I've thought of these types of moments and to getting this program to where this is not a flash in the pan. This is just a Saturday. And I think that's the part for me that's exciting is, I hope that we can make what this environment's going to be Saturday. We can make this, a normal Saturday in Tempe, Arizona for 4 months straight. And that's what college towns do. Yeah. That's what great programs are, is it's not just this game is big. Every game, people show up with the intensity and the passion that they're about to show up this Saturday.
All right, sign me up for that. When you take a look at BYU, regardless of the stakes of Saturday, and they are pretty enormous, this is the beginning or the resumption of what's going to be a great rivalry here in the Valley. You know that BYU has got a big chunk of fans in the East Valley. We're thinking it might be 70-30. Your thoughts on the opponent and what this game is going to look like?
Yeah, really good football team. They create a ton of turnovers. They're fourth in the country in creating interceptions. So they've two special teams touchdowns. They win the margins on special teams consistently. This is a team that just plays complementary football. And then they have a quarterback who can extend plays. When you extend third downs, you're good on special teams, and you get a lot of takeaways. You can win a lot of football games. So this is going to be an exciting game because of the explosive plays that they create at their quarterback position and on defense and special teams. We've got to be able to limit those explosive plays, limit the turnovers, and go out there and play our brand of football.
Kenny Dillingham, the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils, our guest here on Bickley and Marotta mornings. For your quarterback, Sam Levitt, there is a personal connection to BYU for himself, for his family. And I know he's been open about that this does have significance to him. Going into a game with these stakes, do you have to motivate Sam differently? Do you have to talk to him differently, kind of tamp down his enthusiasm for this game, or is it just business as usual?
No, Sam is always, 4th and 1 every day. So I like that's who Sam is.
Yeah.
So, unless it went from 4th and 1 to 4th and inches, maybe. But at the end of the day, Sam is the ultra competitor, regardless of what he's doing. And that's why when I play him in ping pong and beat him, he gets frustrated and wants to play again, right? It's just who Sam is. And that's the exciting part, to have a young guy who's that passionate and that driven to win. It's exciting, and it's a great time to be a Sun Devil. And, it's just an exciting time to be an Arizona State football fan.
A lot has been made about your contractual status, how important it is for this school to keep you. I know this is nothing on your mind at the moment, but I do want to ask you this. In college football, in college athletics, it's become so transient. It's so dependent on money. How do you keep something special intact in this day and age without letting money interfere?
Yeah, I think for us, it's about retaining our staff and retaining our players. Right, I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about our staff. I'm worried about our players. I'm worried about keeping the core of this together. We're not winning these games because of Kenny Dillingham. Like, I've said it multiple times, and people want to argue with me. I'm like, I'm the one telling you, and I'm Kenny Dillingham. It's not me. This is our staff and our players. This is the players. So when people are talking about what they want to keep here, what they want to build, keep our staff, keep our players, keep our staff, keep our players. And that should be the focal point of everything people talk about when we talk about the finances.
Kenny Dillingham, our guest here on Arizona Sports. Going back to last week, the win over Kansas State. Congratulations on that win. Tough place to play. You guys handled that really well. You got Cam Scatteraboo back. And I thought Kansas State did a nice job bottling him up. He still had an impact on the game, but how pleased were you with his return from injury, and was he playing close to 100%? And can we expect more of that this week?
Yeah, I think he was. I was very pleased. I thought he was playing close to 100%. I thought they did a really good job with some of their run fits, getting free hats. We got to do a better job as a staff. I got to do a better job, creating better runs to get him some more space. And it's funny because people say, yeah, he had a down game. And I'm like, man, Scat, it must be pretty cool to have a down game and have over 100 yards from scrimmage. That's pretty remarkable, the standards you've set. And kudos to him. And I think for us, we got to be able to get him going more in the running game. We got to get our running game going more this week than we did last week, because we really couldn't get in the rhythm there.
One of the things that I think is really cool to me, I said this last segment, the magic carpet ride phase, when you don't expect something and you get a season like this, it just fills everybody with the good feels. When you talk about your assistants, you've got a staff that's been doing a lot of great things, from your offensive coordinator to the play calling to Hines Ward. What are some of the things on the margins that people don't know about that are in this, that are ingredients in what we're watching?
Well, one is good people. We truly have good people in the building. You can't say that at every stop that you make, but I really believe we have good people that care about kids. And I think when you have good people that truly care about people, and the players know that the coaches care about them, there's just a connection that's stronger than transactional. And then when you have guys that have been head coaches, you have guys that have won Super Bowls, and they're the ones showing up at 5:15 a.m. And you're like, whoa, you don't need to do that. You guys have already made it. You've done what I wanted to do, and you still put in this amount of work. You're still driven the way you're driven. Maybe I need to listen to everything you say. And I think that's kind of what we have, is we have a coaching staff that's filled with good people that want one thing, and that's to win and to help these young men become successful in life. And I think the players can feel that. And then when that coach tells you to do something or tries to help you, you know it's coming from a good place. I think that's the secret sauce. I don't think it's a scheme. I don't think it's an X or an O. I think it's just truly, I think we like each other as a staff, as players, and there's great power in that connection.
Kenny Dillingham, our guest. Before we let you go, I got the most important question of the week, Kenny. Have you had the Scatterburger or the burrito? And when are we getting a Kenny Dillingham and cheese somewhere?
Hey, if somebody did something like that, I'd want 100% of the proceeds to go through NIL. Let me tell you, you can use my name, image, and likeness all you want if that thing goes to our players. So use the Dilly Burger, the whatever you want to do. If our players get paid for it, I'm all about it.
You are fantastic.
We just created another stream, Kenny.
There you go. Good luck, Kenny. Go seize the moment.
Go Devils.
Thanks, Kenny. We appreciate it. Kenny Dillingham, the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils, our guest every Friday.
He's too much. He is just fantastic.
I'm Kenny Dillingham. I'm telling you, it's not me. He is a joy.
He is a gem.
Joined us on the Arizona Sports Line.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.